Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? We're back with a new episode of the Convo, and we have the one and only Dice Ailes in the building. Dicey, he's here to talk about his new single with Olamide and his debut album that's dropping later this year. So, all right, you don't want to miss this. Let's go.
Yo, what's up? What's going on? It's Dice Ailes, aka Mr. Miyagi. My new single just dropped, and you can listen to it on Boomplay. It's called Pim Pim, and it features Olamide. Let's get it.
I've always wondered, how did you come up with your stage name, Dice Ailes?
Where did the name Dice Ailes come from? Dice describes that there's many sides to me as an artist, that I'm dynamic and I'm versatile. I make all sorts of stuff. And the Ailes was made out of my last name, which is Ailes. I just played around with the word and made out Ailes.
When did you start making music professionally?
Professionally, I'd say like I started 2015, I think, when I got signed, or maybe 2014, because that's when I shot my first video, you know. But I started making music like all my life. Like when I was 8 years old, you know, I was writing music and just being around people that were like drumming, and you know, I just wanted to always be involved with it. And you know, as I grew, my passion just got stronger and stronger for it. But I would say like when I was in 2014 is when I started professionally, pretty much.
So tell me, how do you describe your style of music?
My style of music, I'm an all-around guy, man. I make anything that comes to me, anything that sounds nice. I have background in rap. I started off just rapping, and you know, I started to venture into Afro beats and stuff. So I pretty much just like, you know, test out anything that comes as inspiration. I just, you know, put it on the beat and just put it out.
So when you started making music, a lot of people associated you with rap. We remember you used to rap back in the day, and then you kind of made the switch to Afro beats. Are we ever going to get that rap Dice back again?
Yeah, of course, man. I'm dropping the debut album this year, so there's gonna be like a lot of different stuff. The rap side, the Afro beat side, you know, everything is coming there. And I shout out to my rap fans, by the way.
Your new single with Olamide, Pim Pim, is that going to be on the album?
Yeah, the new single is going to be on the album for sure. It's the first single off the album that I'm dropping.
So tell us about Pim Pim, the new song with Olamide. How did that come about?
The single with Olamide, I had recorded the song like 6 months ago, and then sometime in December, I think, we were at a party, and then me and Olamide were just talking about recording something, and we had done like, you know, some tracks in the past, but we never put it out. So it's like, yo, let's go to the studio again and do something. So we were hanging out. I was playing some of my records for him, you know, listening to some of his stuff, and then he heard this Pim Pim song and he really liked it. He wanted to drop a verse, and then, you know, he put a verse on it, and then the rest is history.
Let's talk about you getting signed to Choc City. What's the story behind that?
Getting signed to Choc City. So I came from Canada to Nigeria in 2013 or 14, I think, to push one of my songs called Yemisi. And you know, we were going from place to place, and somehow I met this guy. His name is Frank De Niro. He's a veteran singer from here. He was going over to MI's house to record a song, and so we just tagged along. And when we got there, we played some of my music for MI, and you know, MI really liked it. Introduced us to Audu the following day, and then, you know, 8 months down the line, they start sending contracts back and forth, you know, talking about business, and that's how it all came about.
What's it like working with somebody like MI?
I mean, signing to Choc City at the time was exciting for me because I was a big fan of MI and Ice Prince and the whole Choc City movement. And you know, just having someone as legendary as MI in my camp, you know, just sort of reminded me that you can be, you know, as big as that or even bigger. So like, you know, every time I'll hang out with him, I learned a lot of stuff from his experiences, and you know, just musically too, like he's really like genius, you know what I'm saying? So just being around MI and all these people was really inspiring for me, you know, coming up as a Choc City artist.
Why has it taken you this long to put out your debut album?
In the beginning, so first off, I was shuffling between Nigeria and Canada. I was in school, you know, trying to finish that while I was putting out music, and then there was also a point where there was some structural issues with the Choc City label. You know, they did like this merger where you know, Audu McCory had left being the CEO. MI became the new CEO. There was a lot of like new stuff that was going on in the label, structural issues that had to be fixed first. And then on my own part, I felt like, you know, I needed to take my time and make sure that the people get the best out of my music. So, you know, I took my time to make sure the music was right, to make sure the time was right, make sure I was in the right mental space to put out the album.
What can we expect from the album? I mean, by your announcement here, we already know that Olamide is going to be on the album. Who are the other artists that we can expect on the album?
Oh man, I mean, we've done a lot of songs, man. We've done a lot of stuff that could potentially make the album. It's still in like the early stages, so I can't say for sure who's making the album, but it's a lot of like talented, great artists, locally and internationally.
So what's the direction of the album? Do you have a particular theme in mind? Can you like give us the direction or even the title?
Yeah, like I said, it's in the early stages. There's no particular theme around the album. I'm just trying to show like all the sides that make up Dice. A lot of people haven't really gotten the entire package. You know, it's been coming in bits and bits and bits. So on the album, I just want to, you know, show all my potential. You know what I'm saying, as Dice, so that people sort of fully grasp what I'm about.
So I've always wondered what your songwriting process is like, because you make it look easy to churn out hits. You've got a couple of hits under your belt: Miracle, Otedala, Dice, Ella. So what's it like?
Of late, I haven't been writing songs. I've been just vibing. I'm just in the studio when I hear beats. Whatever comes to my mind, I just do it. Back in the day, I used to like to be in like, you know, be by myself, maybe in my bathroom, with the lights off, and then I just write to the beats, whatever. But these days, I'm just vibing, just having fun. Whatever happens around me, whatever I experience, I just put it on the beat. That's how, as easy as it looks, that's how it comes, really.
So what song stressed you out the most?
What song stressed me out? I don't think any song has stressed me out. I think maybe just the music videos could be stressful. I think Ella was one of the most stressful ones, because we had traveled like 4 hours away from Toronto, and it was my first time skateboarding, so I broke my wrist trying to shoot that video. You know, it was really cold, it was freezing, so that was like mad stressful. Fantasy video was also stressful as well. I had to dive in a lake, and you know, I pretty much all my videos. Otedala was the easiest one. You know, it was very random. We just drove a car down the road, and I hopped out the car, sprayed money. That was more natural to me. That's like how we live on a regular. So that was a pretty easy one for me. But generally, recording the music isn't stressful. Like, I just do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did you grow up here or in Canada?
I grew up everywhere. I grew up here. I grew up in Canada. I schooled in Republic of Benin at some point. You know, I moved a lot, and that sort of reflects in my music. That's why I'm able to switch up, switch sides, whatever, do any type of music, because I grew up just experiencing so many different cultures and norms, you know what I'm saying?
When you came to Nigeria from Canada to start pushing your music, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, when I came back, it was my first time living in Nigeria as an adult, and I was here by myself. My parents were there in Canada. It was just me and the label. So just because a lot of things are not structured, I had to learn so much on my own and grow up to be a man and take my career into my own hands. I had to, you know, get familiar with the industry. I had to know how stuff works. You know, the way things worked out in Canada was totally different here. I had to learn how to what's the word? I had to learn that it wasn't just about the talent. There had to be some farms in. There had to be some money being spent here and there, because I came here feeling like, yo, I can rap, I can sing, I think I'm better than everybody. And then I came here and started to learn different, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't take me too long to adjust to the system, because it was just like under a year that I got Miracle, and then I got nominated as the Rookie of the Year, you know what I'm saying? So I think I did pretty well. But I mean, this year is the year that I'm like fully just focused on putting out music consistently and dropping the album. So I'm here now, you know.
So there's this general notion that life is better in Canada. I mean, everywhere you go, Nigerians are talking about moving to Canada. For someone who has been in Canada and been in Nigeria, what do you think? Is that true? Is Canada the paradise that we think?
I don't think so, man. I think life is good wherever you are, as long as you have something going on for you. If you're making money, Nigeria is actually the best place in the world, in my opinion. If you're making money, there's so much freedom. You can do whatever you want to do. We beat the traffic light all the time. Even though I'm not telling you to beat the traffic light, but we do all sorts of things that in Canada, like, I'll probably be in jail if I was doing here in Nigeria. So like the system is very flawed, but there's a lot of beauty in the system. You know what I'm saying? So Nigeria is definitely a beautiful place. The food, the people, the nightlife, the women. There's also a lot of people are also very family oriented here. And people are very supportive. Like, even through all the struggles, you still find people smiling and just being happy. You know what I'm saying? People, they're very resilient. You know what I'm saying? So Nigeria is definitely a beautiful place to be in.
What's your biggest lesson from the music industry?
The biggest lesson, damn. I've learned too many lessons. I don't know which one is the biggest one. But I know that like the best thing that you can do to yourself is to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Life is hard, there's a lot of challenges, but just be successful no matter what happens. People only come around when you have a hit song, when you have money, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I'm learning about the music business. It's really cruel, it's really vicious, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's out there to give you a handout. Everybody just wants to be there and it's popping. So like I said, the best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is just be successful. It doesn't matter. And do it yourself. Don't wait for no one to do anything for you. Don't give excuses. Just keep on going and just get it.
So because you're a rapper, I like to know, who are your favorite Nigerian rappers at the moment?
My favorite Nigerian rappers? Is there anyone still rapping in Nigeria? I don't know. There's no one. I don't think so. I don't think there's any rappers. I mean, Olamide is one of my favorite rappers. New generation, I don't know. I think Black Bones is rapping these days. I think Black Bones is good. I don't know anyone else rapping, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe you should put me on. Yeah.